Magina Shana Kiota, Salva, the Arcadi Night,
Amen.
Barak Alpin and Donna somebody in the tower, Shan Twister, or Gilda Vita, or Shan Barakadi Night,
Amen.
Converse Hardsworth and Barakadi Night, myself.
Amen.
Shooting generation, and Sinic of the Yoga, living off the night, so they wish over the night.
Amen.
I should this go on Senate Craig of Edo. I'm gonna make it so much to do and start here to shop it. Yeah, I'm around the night. Very much.
Amen.
I want to give over to the so that's basically doing it. It's like letting you put that you know. Since I have provided the machine of MS, a small game man who play a skill of a doctor.
Amen.
Did try around touch with say talking when I saw the car doing and been another night.
Amen.
As some thought of a since I have heard yourself, short so you can call you in Barcelona night. That's me up here in the shop.
Amen.
I'm giving all the over graph TL Shiratu is the son and also my training competition. The other Shantar School of Blood night.
Amen.
Say on the night and nobody saw this on Shay Bosch and what it is leader very self Shay sellers, Scalpers and the stars and come in White House from the and show us in Rock in Marvin night.
Amen.
Kiva, Kino, Alphonse, Everson, Translation, Montana, Yellow, Leon Kita, Center, Salvador, the night. Same Shom Taber, and I know Corey's on a available in Pony over and I'll up in the South of London on the internet. So I also subscribe around and find the shop. Taking out the first office of the fall shop, which I got around the night. Sorry, so much like.
Amen. Continue with half number.
Several bishops in the Russian givens, these vice actually my shop. Passing choice in section, I came like a shame on the Shannon. Saying relation on the record of allowed student cover the same much trouble. Scholars me about the record say I'm the home say that's not recovery commission.
Amen.
I can make on the medical so like oh it's not carbon
Amen. Speed up.
the issue or my experience on story reasons not every so I'll show the good
Amen.
Lay on the cover of the short such person I said I'm in ball and
Amen.
the scholars in the vision voice so I'll call them up in my
Amen.
Yeah, sure, I'm trying to find type and lean on the story man.
Amen.
I saw some around who yes, I know about the story around me.
Let's not go here. That's it.
How are you? Good to see you. How are you? How are you?
Whenever I did not know I just find my way in a Kaddish, my Kaddish.
Amen. 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 Yesh mi Rabbi Mavarach Yadam Amen. Mayisvare. Amen. 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 Rata Kadosh Baruch Hu Zakei says Yisrael Pirach Chir B'Len Taina Mitzvah Shnei Malech Osmar Tzidkai Yagdil Torah V'Yadu. Amen. Amen. Abi Yesh mi Rabbi Mavarach Yadam Mayisvare. Amen. 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 Let's go straight to Maariv. It's really late. Let's go straight to Maariv. Maariv, one done? I guess now we will. All right, so we're gonna make a siyum a Rambam. We always siyum a Rambam. We're gonna make a siyum a Rambam. The laws of Hilchos Isurei Bia, the laws of forbidden relations, and I just want to say something that the Rambam says over here. It's very, very serious, the laws of forbidden relations. But guess what? What do you think the most difficult mitzvah in the Torah is? The most difficult mitzvah in the Torah. I don't know what you think. You know what the Rambam says? That's not what the Rambam says.
Honoring your parents?
I'll read what the Rambam says. those two are both on the top 10 of the most difficult mitzvahs. But hear what the Rambam says. The most difficult one. You hear this? You hear what Rambam said? There's nothing in the entire Torah, including Lashon Hara. Shu kasha, the Rayvam, which is most difficult for the people to stay away from. Elamin ha'rayos, bis asuros, forbidden relationships.
Forbidden relationship.
So, if you happen to be walking somewhere and see something maybe you shouldn't be looking at, and you're like, oh wow.
I do that all the time.
So you should know that you're wired right. You're wired right. That's why Hashem wired you. Hashem made you with the Yetzer Hara, and you're supposed to have. If you don't have that, something's wrong. Something's wrong. However, says the Rambam, because we're wired that way, we have to also take precautions. We know if you know what your weakness is, then you could deal with it. Yes, of course. But don't. If someone says, "Oh, not me. I don't have that challenge. No, I'm better than that." You should be. Just a quick story. I forget which tzaddik it was. Was it one of the huh? No, I know the story I'm saying. I don't know which tzaddik the story was. It was a more recent story. He had an aide. He was a Rosh Yeshiva, I forget which, and he had an aide. That they would bachrim, the yeshiva, that would come to help him in the evening. They would come to help him, you know. Anyway, and there was a nurse there also. There was a nurse, but the bachrim would come to keep him company. I'm not sure if a bachar didn't come on time, or maybe he went out for a few minutes. I don't remember exactly the story. But he comes back a little later, and he sees this Rosh Yeshiva outside, waiting outside in the freezing cold, waiting outside. He says, "Why are you waiting outside?" Yeah, but why are you waiting outside? He says, "Because there's a nurse inside, and I don't want to be, not really be alone with the nurse." So he says, Rosh Yeshiva, with all due respect, first of all, you're 95 years old, and she's whatever age.
Rosh Yeshiva wife, the baby, 95 years old.
Yeah. In any case, he says, first of all. Second of all, dude, you're Rosh Yeshiva. I know he said dude. I don't know how you say that in Hebrew. How you say dude? Achi. You're Rosh Yeshiva. We're not worried about anything. No one's going to accuse you of anything, and you're better than that. You know, of course, you're a tzaddik, you're a whatever. You know, no. So why you? I mean, come on. It's not a mitzvah in the Torah that you're not supposed to do yichud. It's not a mitzvah in the Torah. We don't do yichud. It's halacha, but it's not a mitzvah in the Torah. So he said, Habibi. He said, or maybe he told him, dude. He said, "Let me tell you, in a flash of a second, a 70-year-old could be like a 20-year-old." And that also. I don't know if he didn't tell him that part, and so. The Torah gives us these guidelines to help us out, not because it's not a punishment. It's to help us. It's to help us that we shouldn't. It's advice, yes, and it's not just advice. It's strong direction, but it's all to help us because we make a mistake and we wrote down the wrong path. We wrote down and we don't know how to get out of it and it just creates heck for us, whatever for us. And therefore the Rambam concludes. Therefore a person should stay far away from certain jokes. Stay away from the jokes. Don't go there.
What?
Jokes. and from getting drunk.
Right. This is what it says. Nazir, we touched this Nazir last week.
It's because all these things, one thing leads to the other, and before you know it, it can lead a person to the relationship, you know. Someone said the reason why we have mechitza and shul, otherwise during the rabbi's sermon, everyone will be sleeping together.
You know what it says, Rabbi? David Melech, when he had a funeral or about son or what, he said he must separate the woman and the men in the funeral. They're saying in the funeral when the person is, is not.
Also, the Rambam says, "V'leisha v'leisha," a person, no matter what age you are, whatever the age a man is, you should get married to a woman. Yes, he said with a woman. Don't stay without a woman. He says.
It doesn't matter what age.
Doesn't matter what age. Person, someone, unfortunately, their wife passed away. Don't be married. Shouldn't stay there. Because this keeps the person in line. This is the Rambam. I'm not making this up. This is the Rambam.
This is in the Bible.
It's all to keep them. It says, and greater than everything it says. You find out. Huh?
Can you marry more than one wife in Rambam's time?
Well, the Rambam was a Sephardi.
Yeah.
In Rambam's times. Well, Cher the Gershon was already in times of the Rambam.
Excuse me,
But I'm saying, Cher the Gershon was already by the Rambam.
Yeah, it was.
It's very times of the Rambam.
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
It's always before.
As I said.
But even if you can marry one wife, that doesn't mean you can afford more than one wife.
And it doesn't mean it's a smart thing to do. The Torah tells us, don't do that. You could. I'm telling you, it's like certain things. You could do this. You're crazy if you do, but you could. Anyway, then it says, the most important thing is keep your mind busy with good things, he says. Because if your mind, he says, keep your mind busy with Torah because it's not Yachidat and Chachma and other Chachmais in wisdom. Keep your mind busy. If not in Torah and other Chachma. Because you know where nudity thoughts get into? When your mind is not busy with other good things. What? Not when Darwin? The Chachma regarding wisdom, it says, a person, you can fall in love with understanding something, enjoying. You have a certain enjoyment when you have an understanding. When you have understanding, a certain pleasure. Try it. And then the Rambam concludes, with this, hopefully, we conclude the laws of forbidden relations. The siyata d'shmaya, this comes with helping Hashem. You know what? At the end of the day, keep your mind busy, be married, do this. At the end of the day, we need the siyata d'shmaya, we need help from Hashem. We need Hashem's help for anything. And if you have a problem with tonight's learning, it was an honor, Barry. Barry told me to do tonight's learning, right? No problem. I'm just saying. Barry's the one that said we should learn. I was going to skip learning. What happened?
I don't know Yashiach Hamelach Hayenu Yom Kareinu. I know Yashiach Hamelach Hayenu Yom Kareinu. I know Yashiach Hamelach Hayenu Yom Kareinu. Yiskedav Shemei Rabbi.
Amen.
Yamordi Baruch Hu Sevi. I'm lit my save it's my Gwenet Medmishichet.
Amen.
Bechon Kol Beis Yisrael Bagol Zman Kuri Romain.
Amen.
Shabbat, these prayers, Shemam, Sake, Sadar, Select, so let's make a good show, Brit.
Amen.
The Elam public rest of the Shurasa, Tish and the Kamoso, Damiron, the Moab, Imru, Man, for the who is, I don't know, I'm Kuma Rivi Yom B'nai Lailo, Kuma Bio Bang Yom Bang Lailo, I don't know it's well, Shema, Borach, I don't know, I'm a Riva Barim. You know what I mean? Imenu Ilamin, Baruch Atonoi, Hoeva Mo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael.
Yahavto Eis, Hanoi, Bethel, Paul, I don't know. I don't know what it says. Shemaim or it's beyond more animal show. And seats. I don't know why Elohechem MS. My food was smoking low and hand no shit na Israel law. When she wrote me, she called her. Well, the moon goes on. You come off from well now. You come off on the about Kodesh. So raw. Say about this. My food's wrong. Okay, beyond when Moshe Zayli or no, you know. I don't know. He love boy. And then more people the last side. So people want me. I was like, and then a Baruch I told her, no, go all Yisrael. I was giving it. Amen. Yisrael, Shemay Rabbi, Lordy Rock, who was saved, I can save his mouth when it finished. Amen. From the province Israel, by all his man, for even Romain. Correct, we score, we square, man, save, Sidar, Celeb, such medical short.
Amen.
Layla, me probably because of that, myself. I mean, I'm Biama, the room, Amen. Yizkadav, Yizkadav, Shemei Rabbo.
Amen.
Morning, Rocky was saying, the Amlim Michael said, it's my Pagornet Penishpe.
Amen.
On the phone basis for Amen.
Amen. Yeshmi Rabbi Barak Barak. My slave.
Yizkadav, 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 Shemami, Sake, Sadar, Salim, Salim,
Amen.
Levan, from the first of Jurasa to Crossing that Muscle down here on the amount in Romaine.
Amen.
These Gabels come to the call basis Israel, called on the Shmaya in Romaine.
Amen.
Yes, Lama, Shmaya, the Anthony Molina, the Israel, the Ro,
Amen.
Say Shalom Morale, please say Shalom Molina, the Alpha Israel, and Romaine.
Amen.
Shalom. Shneimar Yehoyah Adonai Melech al Haaretz Bayom Hahu Yeh Adonai Echad U'Shemo Echad. What is Kaddish? Yeah. Long one? No. Short one? This guy down.
Amen. 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 Shmi Rabbi Barak Barak. Amen. My slave. Amen. 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 That's our good part for those documents. So, if you don't care, but I'm telling you, so it's not about the level of Tzitkai. Yeah, they'll tell you that, yeah, they. Amen. Am Israel ve'al Rabbanan ve'al Tamideot ve'al Tamideot ve'al Kol Man de'atim ve'laita Zi ve'atar David ve'kol atar ve'atar Yechel ve'kol Yom Shlama Rabachina ve'tika ve'rakamim ve'kayim Mona ve'kato Kanamin Kodem Kom ve'Ishmaya ve'Yireh Amen. Yesh Shlama Rabachina ve'kayim Tovim Aleinu ve'al Kol Israel v'Yivru Amen. Oseh Shalom Yisrael Yaseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Israel v'Yivru Amen. Amen. Yashuka, let's make a l'chaim over here. Let's make a l'chaim over here and make a bracha. Amen. Subscribe to everybody for making a million. Wow, that was a tough one. We did it. What are they saying? Wow. Because they're saying San Francisco.